Well, great morning, everyone. So let's grab the rusty, trusty vintage deck. Give them a ruffle shuffle and just see what they're going to tell us is going on in government today. So what can you tell us about government today? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, what's going on in government today? So let's see what the topic's about. Leadership, the Grand Poobah. Okay. What's going on at the top? The energy coming into it, mentally tied up. So I would say things are not going well. Mentally restricted. Above it, what's being juggled? Concrete things being juggled. Foundation is manipulation. Oh, what a surprise. You mean the Grand Poobah is not always up and above board? Yeah, no. So he's mentally tied up, mentally restricted, juggling this stuff. So many things in the air. Well, they say he's got over 1,000 lawsuits pending against him. Yeah. So let's see what we have going on today. It's about some actions in hand. The challenge is going forward. Yeah, moving things. Getting it to a better place. Above it, his decline, or it could be people's pulling back from some things when it comes to sharing. But I think the actions are in hand. They may be talking about his mental decline, sharing. Maybe some of the things are coming out about his latest hospital visit. Okay. Because we have, again, the caduceus there. Actions in hand, looking, the challenge is to get this going because they're juggling his mental decline and looking at these manipulations or changes with what's being shared. Potential outcome, the harvest, time for the harvest. Concrete things, outside influence when it comes to the long term, slow moving, long term, looking at the harvest. Above it, the dark side, okay, the dark drama, the foundation, the burden. So burdened by the dark drama, okay, we've got the harvest of the long term. What's going to come out of this long term? Actions in hand today, trying. The difficulty is to get this moving to somewhere that's beneficial. Sharing about his mental decline, the decline that's taking place. But we've got leadership and his mental restrictions. They're juggling the way to move this, okay? Some of them want a radical transformation, and then the other side wants the manipulation, okay? Trying to find a way out of it. So above it, juggling about his mental decline and his dark side. So it looks like they're looking at the long term with this. The burden by it, they're going to be, and this is what I was seeing yesterday, that he's going to try to bankrupt America and then leave it in the lap of the Democrats. So that when they come in and they see the country's been bankrupted, they have to try to pull us out again. And of course, then Republicans are going to go after them, that they're inefficient and this and that. So, yeah, it's a nightmare what he's leaving people with. But he's doing all he can to bankrupt America and leave us with nothing but a lot of debt and lining his pockets, etc., and that of his friends. So let's see what's pushing the reading. What we have first off is what's being worked on. So some concrete work being done. We've got the family structure here. This is usually Magatonians, my card for the MAGA crowd. They're looking at what he's trying to get away with. Okay. The evaluation of what he's holding on to, looking over the shoulder, seeing what's left behind, trying to, again, take as much as he can get away with and leaving very little paltry left. Okay, looking over his shoulder. The more and more comes out, information comes out, the more about his decline. They're looking at some of the ones he's got in positions of power. You know, this is supposed to be the teacher, the ones you come to for advice. They're looking at the wealth, the drama, okay, that he is pulling, and what's being handed out, trying to keep people poor, okay, giving very little out about his, again, trying to control all the assets. There is an agreement coming together, looking at what's coming in, the motion of this, something new, concrete is opening up. We have the message about an action. We have what he's blocking, what he doesn't want to see. As usual, he doesn't want to see anything that's not about him and how fabulous he is. Okay? So we have the cup running over, his cup of abominations. I think this is people more looking deeply into what's going on, feeling the nightmare, okay, and an end coming, okay, coming an end. An end, a transformation. So I think they're looking at him. He's looking more and more ill every day. They're looking at the fact that he's bankrupting America, okay? And there are those that are discussing his health behind the scene, how to make this change. There are those that, again, looking at actions they can take, but that it's difficult to get this past, some Republicans. Okay, but there are those that look like they're very concerned with long-term what he's doing to America and just how mentally declining he is, how more toxic he's becoming, his physical and mental health, what's going on with all of that. So that's what I'm getting today, but there are those that are discussing his health and things behind the scene, very concerned, very worried, and trying to figure a way to get him out of office. But that's the difficulty, okay? The difficulty is actually getting this done, okay? Actually getting this moved forward. So on that note, I will leave that here, and we'll see you online.